Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia. Have I ever introduced myself as Anastasia or Anna? And I'm a makeup teacher and creator specifically for people with hooded eyes, and I am so excited to have you today. We have a bit of a different conversation today. I have a ton of new, hyped up, TikTok famous, viral, whatever makeup, maybe not so viral, just a lot of new makeup. I have a ton of beautiful, fun PR packages from brands. I so highly appreciate that they send me all this stuff, and every time I get a box, I kid you not, it is Christmas for me. I have been doing it for several years now, but I still get super excited every time I get a package. So I want to try some of this stuff. I want to have a full face of beautiful, gorgeous makeup. I'm thinking brown, bronzy eyes, something beautiful, something sparkly. And most importantly, I did ask you guys over on IG to give me some questions about life, makeup, or most importantly, being a content creator. I love being super open about it, and I love talking about it, and I love answering your questions, and especially helping out people who are just starting on this journey. I know how difficult it is, and I will try and answer all of your spicy and not so spicy questions today. So let's dive right into it. I always start my makeup with skin prep, and this combo by Cocokind has just been it for me these days. So I start with their vitamin C glow serum. I do love combining kind of like glowy product with blurring product for my skin because I have really oily and textured skin, but I still want that glow and hydration. And so then on top of this glow serum, I'm gonna apply actually this texture smoothing cream, also by Cocokind. I adore their products. They always work so great for my skin, and this texture smoothing cream just really hydrates the skin in a lovely way, but also kind of mattifies it and blurs it out just a tiny bit so that I feel really ready for makeup application. I'm gonna apply some lip mask and eye cream, and we're gonna start with our questions. Did you start out as an MUA and then became an influencer? And then somebody else just asked, how being a content creator, how did you start? I started out in like late 2019, I want to say. At the time, I lived in China, and I moved to US very early in 2020, and you know what happened that year. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't really be a makeup artist because everyone was shut down, everyone was in quarantine. You all know what happened there. So obviously I couldn't, even if I wanted to, but with time I actually realized that I love makeup, but I don't want to be a makeup artist. I have a lot of fun doing makeup on my friends and like my friends' weddings and all of that. I always do that. I have a great time. This might make me sound like I'm lazy, but I just don't want to deal with being a makeup artist, getting up at 5 a.m., going somewhere far away. It is just not for me. I'm a lazy girl. I'm a homebody. I stay at home 24/7. I did not start out as a makeup artist. I think it might have happened, but it just wasn't in the cards for me. I moved to US when COVID hit in 2020. So basically I not only could not work because I didn't have any documentation yet, I also didn't have an option to. All I could do was sit at home during quarantine, and thankfully I had an outlet, which was makeup. I basically just started doing makeup on my face and posting pictures on Instagram. It was extremely scary. At the time I had like 300 to 400 followers, which was just people I knew from school and university. So it was extremely embarrassing and difficult to start posting pictures. I remember that feeling very well, and obviously a lot of people start to unfollow you and nobody really cares, but I loved makeup so much that I kept doing it. I was literally doing makeup on the floor of my studio 1-bedroom apartment. I put like, if I find a picture I will show you, I put like a yoga mat every day out on the floor, put all of my makeup on there and started to do my makeup, posted pictures on Instagram. And I started to very slowly, in 2 or 3 years, I started to finally grow. So we're gonna start on brows and I'll continue with my story, but look at this package that Benefit Cosmetics sent me. Is this not the most amazing, beautiful, gorgeous packaging ever? So they sent me their Precisely My Brow Pencil, which I know and love, and then their new products like the brow wax, which is Unfortunately not clear. I only love gels and waxes that are clear, so I have a clear one from them which I'm gonna use. They also have the new Precisely My Brow Detailer, which is the tiniest little thing in the world. I'll show you later. Started doing my brows with this pencil and continue to tell you the story. So I started to post content on Instagram and TikTok, and I finally started to grow. But again, it only came after years of consistent posting every single day. And I did it out of love. If you do it out of anything else, it's just not gonna work. It's just, you have to love it so much that you're willing to put the work in and the hours in. Then it kind of grew from that point, and I started to get some PR and some unpaid collaborations. At first, I would agree to literally anything because I just wanted to practice. I just wanted to know how this industry works, and then eventually I got my first paid collab. I still to this day remember that it was an Instagram post for $20 US, and I was extremely happy and grateful, and still am. That became my full-time job. I have just used the Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 3.5, and I wanted to show you the detailer because this is so tiny. It's like insane. I don't know if the camera is going to pick up on this. Hopefully you can see how tiny this is. I actually love using this one to like re-intensify my freckles once my makeup is done, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to add some additional hair strokes. I'm gonna use the clear wax that I have from Benefit. I prefer clear one because my hair has enough color as is, and if I use any colorful brow gel or wax, it just makes them look darker, just because I like a softer brow look these days. But yeah, this is just a really good product overall, and nobody does brows like Benefit. Okay, we're gonna go in with primers, and I'm gonna answer the second question. So for primers today, I kind of wanted to go back to this Merit Beauty Great Skin Instant Glow Serum and pair it with the One Size Secure the Glow primer. I do love this guy. This I only tried once, so I kind of wanna see how I feel about it. And then through the center of my face, I will apply my most loved, most favorite e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, just because your girl has texture. I need to get rid of it. I cannot just apply a glowy primer and go on about my day. It's not me. Next question I have is really funny. The person is just asking, are ring lights bad? It is an interesting question. I wouldn't say ring lights are bad. I started off using a ring light, a very small one, and then I bought a bigger ring light before I moved on to the lighting that I have right now, which is just a tad more bright and professional. But if you're just starting out, honestly, natural lighting is the best. I always considered it the most flattering and beautiful and gorgeous and wonderful. I just don't always have the access to good natural lighting or the ability to film during daylight. And I know that a lot of people don't have that possibility. If that is your case, by all means get a ring light, and it's better than no light. You know what I mean? You can start out with just a ring light and be totally fine for a while. I think I got my video studio lights maybe 2 years in because I just felt like I needed an upgrade, and I don't regret that. And now I've had these lights for a very long time already, and I'm happy with them. But yeah, I wouldn't say ring lights are bad. Obviously they are the first most simple kind of lighting that you could buy and you could play around with. So I would totally recommend doing that and seeing for yourself how you enjoy those. With a One Size primer now, I am so glowy. I'm actually not enjoying it. I've applied too many glowy products, so hopefully e.l.f. Poreless Primer is going to fix it all. Love this one. Nothing better than this. I got a ton of goodies from Buxom, Laura Mercier, and Bare Minerals. I adore these brands. I have never ever tried foundation product from Bare Minerals, and I got their Skin Perfecting Matte Liquid Foundation, which sounds just right up my alley. I am in the shade Fair 12 Cool. They just sent me one shade, so I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I gotta say the bottle looks super nice. It's matte, it's beautiful. There's an SPF 20 in here. It's made in Italy. Gotta be good. And because we're going to be applying foundation, I have a question about foundations here. Somebody asked, foundation stick versus liquid versus powder foundation for textured enlarged pores skin? Which is best? Great question, because girly, I am right there with you. I have very oily skin, very large pores, therefore a lot of texture in my skin. So I am going to tell you my opinion on this. I've tried liquid and powder and stick foundations. Ooh, this shade is nice. And I gotta say, powder foundations sometimes can emphasize your texture unless you prep really thoroughly with all kind of blurring products. Stick foundations are hit or miss. I love the one by Basma, and I adore the Merit stick one. I use that when I don't want too much coverage and I just want like an everyday, very, very light skin type of thing. This is my experience with foundation sticks. I have not tried a foundation stick that would be super full coverage and that would make me feel like I'm wearing liquid foundation. So to answer your question, definitely liquid foundation. A lot of them have a really, really good smoothing texture, especially if you go for something matte, something medium to full coverage, you know, all of that. To be honest with you, the foundation that I'm applying right now feels super, super nice. It feels natural but matte, and it's exactly the finish that I like. So for textured skin within large pores, I would definitely recommend, first of all, to prep the skin accordingly and use really good smoothing, pore blurring primers and skincare. That is like step number one, the most important. But then I would recommend to go with a liquid foundation. What a lovely, lovely foundation and shade match. I do have a new concealer to try out because your girl went to Ulta yesterday. I went to the post office and Ulta was right around the corner, okay? I couldn't just not go in. So I picked up the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer. I've heard that it's good. We'll check it out. I got mine in the shade Vanilla. The applicator seems really nice. So I think this is going to be, yeah, this is good. So I always have like 2 shades of concealer and foundation. My winter shade when I'm pale, like today, and my summer shade when I'm a bit more tan. So this is definitely on a lighter side. I actually don't know if it's gonna blend well, and I'm just applying and applying and applying and applying. But I mean, I trust NYX, so I hope this is going to be good. All right, I don't have a new bronzer or contour, so I'm just gonna use the Say one that I love so much in the shade Medium Bronze. But I have a question that was the first question that was asked, but it is too deep, so I didn't want to start with this, so we're gonna dive into it right now. How to figure out what your true purpose is. I'm feeling stuck in my current job. Boy, do I have a clear instructions to you on this one. I do. So when I was 27, 28, something like that, I lived in China. I taught English language to Chinese children, and that was a job I hated. It was fun at the beginning, but when I was doing it for like 6 years, I was like, I'm done. I don't want to be working with children, and I don't want to be working in China, even though I adore the country and I love it and I miss it so much. But I just wanted to move on with my life, and I literally didn't know what to do with my life. I was completely lost. All my life, I just kind of did jobs to earn money. I didn't feel inspired or passionate about anything. I worked at hotels. I worked at English schools. I worked at just some company as a secretary or whatever, office manager. So nothing that I really truly enjoyed or liked. So this is what you want to do if you want to find your true purpose. First things first, and it's really important to follow these specific instructions, because if you skip something, it's not going to work. First things first, you have to, and this is going to sound funny, but you have to get good sleep. Give yourself 7 to 10 nights of really good sleep. Meaning no going to bed at 1 a.m. and waking up at 6 and rushing to work. No, give yourself good night's sleep, 8+ hours. Eat some healthy food, work out, do something good for your health. Like your body and your health needs to be in a good place before you get to thinking about what to do with your life and what your true purpose is and all of that stuff. Like you have to be physically feeling well in order to succeed. After that, when you feel good and rested and you have healthy food in your body and you're all ready, think What would you do if you had like $1 million deposit in your account daily? So if you didn't have to worry about money at all, what would you do? If you say, I would travel, yeah, of course you would travel for the first year or two. Okay, after you've traveled everywhere, what would you do then? If you say, I'm gonna sleep and eat and watch TV, okay, you're gonna do that for a couple of years. What would you do after that? If you're still saying, well, I would still just want to stay at home and watch movies, well then maybe this is something you could turn into a career. Post videos about watching movies and your reviews or whatever. If you still say that you would continue to travel, then maybe you want to be a travel blogger or something, or a travel writer, right? Something with traveling. So just think about that. Or if you just see yourself cooking meals at home, maybe you want to do something with that. Or maybe you just want to be a stay-at-home parent, stay-at-home person, like maybe that's your thing. So just think truly, what would you do if you didn't have to think about money? And at the time when I was living in China and didn't know what to do with my life, this is when I was kind of like trying to figure out what to do next. And I just randomly saw somebody online doing makeup on themselves and like teaching makeup. And I saw that and I was like, huh, I want to do that. And so that was kind of my first step when I realized that I'm into this industry. And then I just kind of step by step started to take some classes, started to do makeup on myself, kind of buy new makeup because I didn't even do anything like back then. I mean, I would slap foundation on to try and get rid of my acne, but it would only make it look worse. Step by step, I got to this idea and understanding of what I want to do and how I want my career to look like. Thankfully, right now we have so many different options. Literally, the world is your oyster. You can do anything. You can do anything from your home. Try and figure out what would really make you happy. And it's not as easy as it sounds. It might take you more than just a week or two or a month or two, but keep trying and keep pushing and you'll get there. Blush today, I actually have the newest launch from Basma Beauty, and OMG, these look stunning. I've been dying to try these out. They have sent me 3 shades. So basically this mauvey one, this deep red one, and this fuchsia pink one, which obviously we have to try this one, right? Also, I just gotta say the packaging is so cool and so sleek and so stunning and so beautiful. And I love this brand. I love the aesthetics. I love everything. I'm so grateful that they sent this to me. So let's try it out. This is going to be officially my first time trying this blush. So I'm just gonna get my blush brush, and this shade is, oh yeah, it is fuchsia. That's exactly what it's called. I'm just gonna pick it up. I really don't know anything about the pigmentation, if it's going to be pigmented or not, but let's see. Ooh, this is so nice. It's very sheer, which is super, super good for beginners because you can layer it and then you can get more pigment. It definitely gives you a bit of glow, but this shade is stunning and somehow like very wearable, even though when you look in the pan, it's like, what is this? Who's this for? But you look at me and it's kind of nice. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I'm definitely gonna try the mauve shade, but so far super nice. Let's do powder and then the next question. So for powder, I actually have 2 products that are not new on the market, but they're new to me. So this is the Fenty Beauty, what is this called? Instant Setting and Blotting Powder. The one that she used on Super Bowl last year, right? Did she do that? I think so. And then also at Ulta, I picked up the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder because I've heard so many good things about it. And I just wanted to find or to finally try like a good, affordable setting powder because I only use really expensive powders and I'm just like, no, like there's gotta be something good at the drugstore powder wise. So we're gonna check this out. So what I usually do, and we'll see if it'll work out, I pick up the pressed setting powder with a brush and I set the under eye area. Let's see if it's brightening. Ooh, it's definitely blurring. It's really nice. I usually use Pat McGrath powder under my eyes and only that powder, but this is looking nice so far. And then I'm gonna grab the loose powder and I'm just gonna dump a bit here on the lid. And I actually have this super, super cute heart-shaped puff. Today is Valentine's Day as I'm filming it. So happy Valentine's Day. I know that I'm gonna post it later, but still. And then I'm going to start pressing this into my face. So I got a shade fair, and to be honest with you, I guess I'm super fair in the winter because this works. I wouldn't want it any shade darker. Do we see how blurring and mattifying that is? This is literally just as good as the Laura Mercier powder. Well, I'm gonna need to wear it, obviously, it feels like Laura Mercier is a little bit more light and sheer. This one feels like I feel the powder on my face. Like it's not light. It's by no means is it cakey or like heavy, but I feel it way more than I feel Laura Mercier powder, but it's super, super blurring and nice. We're gonna use my trusted, my favorite, my wonderful, my gorgeous Pat McGrath in the shade Nude Honey. And I'm gonna reply to another question. What do we have left here? How do you edit videos? What program do you use? Do you record short clips and join them? The way I edit videos, obviously there's different platforms, therefore there's different apps and programs. So for YouTube and long form YouTube videos, I use Final Cut Pro. I'm just starting out and trying to learn how to work in that program. It's super, super challenging to me and really difficult, but I'm getting there. And in terms of short form content, I'm gonna be honest with you, I use a really weird random app that I downloaded in 2019 and I use it since then. Nobody knows about this app. It's very small. Nobody like cares about it. There's way better apps like CapCut and stuff, but I just use the app called Perfect Video, and I'll put the logo somewhere here. I mean, it's good. It's good enough for me. It works for me for short videos and I'm happy with that. And yes, I do record obviously short clips and then I connect them together, combine them together, and then I edit. And then with YouTube, obviously it's longer clips and then I kind of cut and edit everything as well. So basically just those two apps, I guess, is what I use for editing. Because we used that fuchsia blush for powder blush, I actually wanted to pick up the One Size Cheek Clapper in the shade Whirly Pop. It's their newest shade and I'm in love, love, love with these shades. And the cream blush is also super, super stunning. But today we're just gonna use the middle one, so the powder blush, and only a touch of it because it's super, super pigmented. It's obviously catered more towards deeper complexions, but I can make it work, so I am going to. I do apply a lot of blush because blush is going to disappear first from your skin out of all of your makeup throughout the day. So I don't mind feeling or looking over blushed at the beginning of the day when I know that by the end of the day, it's just kind of going to disappear. I'm actually going to use this brow definer to re-intensify my freckles. And then we're going to set the face with a setting spray. I have the Charlotte Tilbury. It's not a new product. I just love, love, love this one. All right, so the next question is, what is your setup? Like, how do you do your makeup with a camera in your face? So I'm actually going to show you. All right, team, so here's my setup. I have a mirror and then this is my tripod, and I basically look into the mirror and I see where I apply makeup, and I also see what's on the screen because I film it with my back camera right here. Then I have these video lights right here, all of my makeup. Obviously it's a mess, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, you can see my background. My background is pretty, but nothing else. Nothing else is. It's a mess, but I love this mess. For highlight, I've actually purchased this Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Diamond Dust like months ago, but it looked so pretty at Target and it cost like, I don't know, $5-6, maybe less. And it's just like the prettiest. It kind of feels like Fenty, what is it called? The sparkly highlighter dupe. That's what it feels like to me. So I'm gonna try it as highlight today, and the shade is, it just fell out of the pan, all of it on my floor. Well, it shattered, of course, and it sucks, but I'm always really happy when these moments happen on camera because then I look at my face and my reaction and it's so funny. I have managed to pick this much up and I'm still going to use it, even though, of course, as of now, I can't recommend it to you if it shatters that easily. Ooh, of course, it's gonna be so pretty and so amazing. Like, is it worth it? I mean, it's like not very expensive, so probably if you're just super careful with it. But I mean, like, super careful is it with it. You drop it once and it's shattered completely. Okay, so the next question is top 3 affordable perfumes. I have an answer for you. I brought everything today. So I have my little perfume tray over there. Well, there's perfume and then some skincare as well. I get sent a lot of perfume, so I'm super lucky, and I'm really happy about that situation. To be honest, I'm just really grateful to the brands who send me perfumes, because they're all so expensive. They're extremely expensive. And if we're talking about affordable perfumes, I will recommend you literally one brand, because when I was trying to be on a budget and save some coins, this is the website and the only perfume that I purchased. So the brand is called, what is the brand called? Is it just called this Eau de Parfum? I don't know. So these little guys are like 20 bucks. And then I also had Fleur Manoy from this brand. I don't know. It's probably, I think like if you Google one of these names and Eau de Parfum, you're going to find that website. I think so. I think that's how I did it. Anyways, God, I love these scents. Actually, I'm just going to do a little bit of this. I have some new lip products. I showed you the big Buxom box, and there's some lip liners here, and I know and love their lip liner formula, but they sent me a really interesting shade. Yeah, right here. It's called Powerful Plum. I'm doing a bronzy smoky with burgundy mascara today. So I thought that a plummy lip might work with it. Oof, look at that. That looks gorgeous. I love that it's quite long wear. Is this too much? No, it's fine. While I'm doing my lip liner, I'm gonna reply to the next question, which is, tell us about your life in China. So in case you didn't know, I lived in China for 6-7 years. I arrived to China in 2014 in the summer because I was super lost as a young 22-year-old woman. Extremely lost. I hated my job, I hated my city, I hated everything in my life. I just got out of a long-term kind of first serious relationship of my life. I got my heart broken. I was like in shambles. It was not a good time for me. I was kind of scrolling through Russian Facebook because I lived in Russia at the time, and I saw this opportunity to work at a hotel in China. Literally so random. Never wanted to go to China, never cared about China. Like, it was just not an interesting country to visit for me at the time. And I applied and I got into that program. I still remember the conversation I had with my mom. I was like, Mom, can I go to China for 6 months to work at a hotel? And she looked at me and she said, no, absolutely not. I'm not letting you do that. But then like she realized how unhappy I was at the time, and she really wanted me to just be happy. So she let me go, and will be forever grateful, because obviously I'm a mommy's girl. I would always do whatever she says. And I came to China, and a week after I met my now husband. And so basically we did long distance because he needed to finish his school, and he's American, so he would be here and I would be in China. And then we decided to stay in China together because we wanted to continue this relationship, and China was just kind of a place where we both could be and work and live together. And I quit the hotel job because I found out that as an English teacher you could make more money, and it is a much easier job. So I took that job, and I was an English teacher in China for all of the rest of the time. And then we got engaged and we came back to US to get married. Well, not that easily. We had to go through the whole fiance visa process. If you've ever been through that, it's a nightmare with all of the documents and everything, but it was all worth it because now we're here together, happily married. So yeah, that was my story about China. I didn't talk about China at all, but I loved everything. I love the food, I love the people. China will always be like my other home country. It will always have a special place in my heart, and I adore everything. I will definitely go back there, if not only for the food, but to just walk around the streets and see how everything changed. And yeah, I just love China so much. It's Valentine's Day and I have not yet tried these. So Tower 28 sent me their Softies Lip Softy Lip Treatment. Look at this package, and we got 5 lip treatments here. They look gorgeous. The shades look stunning. This entire PR package is possibly one of my favorites ever. Obviously we have to go for the deep one, right? With this lip liner, I think so. This is what the product looks like. Super cute. Do a little swatch before I put it on my lips. Oh wow, that is stunning. It's not sticky as well, which is just, but this applicator is different. Let's see. Beautiful plummy shade, and yeah, definitely a vanilla scent. But what a gorgeous combo. Wait, this is a vibe. Okay, Okay. I'm happy I'm trying all these new products and like the skin is looking good. The lips are looking good. Take a look right there, the lip combo. I am in love. In love. Okay, I'm gonna start on the eye makeup. We're gonna do a bronze smoky eye, and I'm gonna start with some primers. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to reply to the last question, which is, I want to start as a beauty influencer, but I don't know how to. Please let me know. I'm gonna go in with my regular Juvia's Place eye primer, and then with my Moira liquid pigment as like an eye base. This is not really dark enough, but I just need like a little colored eye base before I go in with powder eyeshadows. That's just my thing. You don't need to do that, but definitely go with a regular eyeshadow primer. If you want to be an influencer, my one and only advice is going to be consistent and don't stop. If you truly love it and you truly want it, you will succeed. Just make sure to not get discouraged by not getting views and all of these numbers. Continue posting and creating and truly loving what you do, and that will bring you to success. That and only that. Like I mentioned before, if you do it for anything other than your love for what you do, it's not gonna work. Like, you have to truly love this in order to be successful in this job. Not to say that I am successful. I have moments where I only think about the numbers and I struggle, just like, you know, cry and say, oh no, why is everyone else so successful and I am not? Like, I do have those moments all of the time. Literally just earlier today, I was very angry at TikTok because I truly believe that TikTok hates me, but it's another conversation. But yeah, we all have moments like this. Another secret about being a content creator, none of us know what we're doing. Nobody knows what we're doing. It's not like this profession has existed for a while. It has not. So create, be consistent, love what you do, and you will get there. Definitely an important thing is finding your vibe, your niche. Like, do you want to be a lifestyle creator? Do you want to be a fashion creator? Do you want to be a travel creator, a beauty creator? Like, there is all of these different possibilities. Definitely try different vibes, try different videos, different styles, and find what you like and what your audience resonates with, and kind of go in between, find that middle ground, and then you will hit the spot. All right, so this is what the eye is looking like with just the base on. I literally do not have a look in my mind. Well, I kind of do, but I haven't thought it through. But I do know that I want to use this palette by Yves Saint Laurent, Couture Mini Clutch, in the shade Welly's Dream 200. They have sent me this and I am so happy because I did go to Sephora. I did look at these palettes. I did swatch them, but I mean, it's gorgeous. I'm so happy that I have it. And I tried it once. The shadows are immaculate. Is that a word? Impeccable. Is that a word? Anyways, they are amazing, gorgeous, stunning, blendable, like super high quality luxury eyeshadows. Let me go ahead and find a brush that I want to use, which is going to be kind of like a flat brush because I want to pack the eyeshadow on. So I'm going to start with just the dark brown shade. If I break one more thing today, get that shadow. It's super loosely pressed, so you really don't want to dig into it. It will pick up easily. And I'm gonna tilt my head back or kind of just look down into the mirror. I'm gonna start packing it on the lid, and as you can see, because I have that color base on, there's no patch, and obviously because the eyeshadow is really good quality, there's no patchiness. It just goes on and it just goes where you need it to go, and I just love when things work like that. I'm applying it and I'm going a little bit above my natural crease, meaning that you can see my natural crease, and I want to go above it so that you can still see the eyeshadow with my eyes open. Look at the, you don't even need to blend anything. That's how good the eyeshadows are. Eyelash, go away. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up BK Beauty A502, and I'm gonna go in a light matte shade just to kind of buff out the edges, and then I'm also going to go with the middle shade, and I'm just going to marry those two shades. In that little box from Laura Mercier, they've sent me my favorite Laura Mercier eyeliner, which is in the shade Cocoa, and it is this beautiful brown, kind of reddish, gorgeous deep chocolate shade, and I'm going to apply it in the upper waterline. It is the most painful and unpleasant place to apply eyeliner. I hate it. And then on the lower lash line as well. And I'm gonna go a little bit out of the waterline and apply it right on the place where like my lashes grow. Immediately take a tiny brush, this one by MOTD, and I'm going to blend out the edges so that they're softened. Then I'm actually going to line my lash line here as well. I'm gonna go back in the darkest brown matte and set the lower lash line. I'm gonna use the same mattes to smoke it out. I love the look of a sultry smoked out lower lash line, and these shades would also look super stunning if you have blue or green eyes, and they make your brown eyes pop as well. We're gonna get to the fun part. I'm gonna first pop this beautiful sparkly shimmer right through here in the inner portion, just a tiny bit. Then I am going to take this eyeshadow, single eyeshadow from Moira Beauty. So this is from their Chroma Light Shadows, and this is shade 18. How charming. But look at that shade. So this shade isn't the entire inspiration behind like my bronzy smoky look. Oh my god, this is so stunning. So I'm just going to apply it through the center of the lid. This is everything I ever wanted. OMG. So I love these little guys from Give Beauty. This is their I See in Sparkle multi-dimensional eye pigment, and my favorite shade and the shade that I'm using today is Twinkle. So these are just gonna add that little glittery, sparkly, ethereal moment to your eyes. I will not even use any base. I'm just going to pick up some of it on a fluffy brush, put a little bit of it all over the eye for that extra sparkle. Wow, I actually love this eye and this lip. I feel like it's working together nicely. I'm gonna use Urban Decay 24/7 ink eyeliner in the shade Whiskey, which is like a deep chocolatey brown, just to do a wing. Okay, lastly, and my other eye is not done because I'm gonna film a short form tutorial on this look, but I wanna do this Maybelline Sky High Mascara. They're sold out everywhere. I ordered this one at Walmart because you can't find it anywhere else. And I really wanted to try one because these are supposed to look really beautiful on brown eyes. And I did wear this yesterday. It's kind of fun. It looks a little bit like black mascara, like I didn't really feel much of a difference, but I thought that maybe with this look, it will pull more burgundy. Isn't it super pretty? I love this mascara, but like I said, it kind of just looks like black or dark brown mascara, but it's really stunning. All right, so I am going to pop on a lash because I just want a little bit of fun and finish the other eye and come back for the final result. All right, team, we're finally back. That took way too long. I had no business doing the other eye for such a long time. I don't know why, but here's the final result. To be honest with you, I'm in love with this makeup look, considering that most of the things I tried today were new, like the foundation, the powders, the blush. But the skin is skinning. I'm in love with that foundation, 100%. Very good choice. Concealer, it's good, but I prefer my luxury concealers over the drugstore. Powders were amazing. Maybelline, obsessed. A blush was great. The eye look, may I just say, is a very stunning and sparkly. I am so grateful that you guys watched this video. Thank you so much. Leave your questions down below. As always, I am going to link everything in the description box, like what I'm wearing, jewelry, makeup, everything. Let me know if you have any other questions about being a content creator or how to become one or being an influencer. I will happily reply to all of your questions, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.